Hello everyone, welcome to the weekly video review of the alert that we had posted in the communicator. So without further ado, let's take a look at the communicator posting on the 24th of August. We have Capital Land Integrated Commercial. So in short, we call it CapLand Integrated Commercial Trust. So what we have here is that we were expecting some form of rebound from the 200-day MA, to be more exact. But unfortunately, the rebound hasn't taken place yet. So a few possible reasons is that last week we saw the market, or rather the REITs are a bit cautious ahead of Jackson Hole. So with Jackson Hole over, the Fed has made a comment that they are not going to increase the interest rate anytime soon. The REIT can take a breather and they actually has a chance to rebound. Unfortunately, Bugis Junction is one of the hot cluster in Singapore, so I'm not sure whether is that affecting its share price or not. As of now, if you look at the chart over here, we can see that it's not rebounding as yet. So for those who are looking at this REIT for long term, one of the key support to look out for is that if it tests 2.02 or even below $2, these are the key support levels to watch out for this REIT. Then let's move on to the next two counter. We have City Development and ISDN. So City Development has done well over here. As you can see from the chart, there was a very strong rally. And usually the infancy of trend is started by the first higher low. So we are looking at this as a potential higher low because this counter form a bullish Harami pattern. So we are expecting a white candle confirmation. For ISDN is purely oversold because the counter has a very strong set of results and the outlook is strong. So the selling seems to be too overdone. So what happened is that it forms a hammer, and we thought that it could be the end of selling. So let's see whether these two counter can move according to what the chart says. So we have City Development over here. Unfortunately, the higher low hasn't successfully formed. After posting, the counter did open higher and tried to move up, but the closing was disappointing. The next following day, even worse, as we saw a straight selling back to 690, and there's some rebound over here. But overall, the chart is not showing a decent higher low. And in fact, it is moving towards a consolidation type of movement. So as this kind of movement happens, we only can watch for support and resistance to anticipate the next kind of movement. So of course, if city development breaks below 682, then we may see a downward movement towards the support at 652. So 682 to 652, that's a 30 cents difference. Now, if the stocks is bullish, of course, we want it to move as high as possible. And one of the crucial level to watch is 7.09. So we've got to wait for these two levels to be tested. Then we can react accordingly. ISDN, unfortunately, there isn't any strong movement after the hammer was formed. As you can see, it seems to form a confirmation during early trading sessions, but towards the closing, it actually closed lower. The counter continued to drift lower to retest back the low at this point at 63. So it is very important for it to hold at 63 and end at the day as a hammer so that it has a chance to rebound back to 67 to form a mini double bottom, and that may start the recovery. So we got to watch further to see what's going to happen to ISDN. So just to add, before I move on, is that ISDN, if it can break up above 6.7, it could start to change the trend, as I could have mentioned earlier. So looking at this consolidation, it seems to be healthy, but 67 needs to be tested soon. Moving on, we have Sarintech. So Sarintech, we saw a strong rebound, but we needed to follow through by breaking above 73 cents. So if we can, then there is a chance to move towards 6825 target. So Sarintech, as we can see here, is that the counter is struggling to move above 72.5 as it struggles at its 20-day MA, seemingly resisted by DIT. But the good thing here is that you can take notice of the trading volume during this so-called downward movement. The trading volume is remaining at the low, or remains at the low. So if this counter can break up, then we can continue to see more upside towards 825. Okay, so if the buying strength come back in to push it back above 73 cents, then there could be more upside. Then we have INTA on the 27th of August. So we are seeing it holding at the support level, with volume decreasing as it consolidates. So if we can see strong volume coming in to push this counter, there might be a chance for this counter to move even higher. So as of now, we don't see any buyer coming in as volume continue to stay low or weak. So we have to watch further on the movement of this counter. Then we have Union Gas and Franken posted yesterday. So Union Gas, we see a potential flag pattern coming in, and Franken is a nice symmetrical formation. So we have Union Gas over here. So Union Gas did attempt to move higher, but the volume isn't there yet. Then and we saw that the counter remains weak today. So basically, the consolidation is still going on. It could develop into a pennant formation instead of a flag. And once it breaks out from this formation, then we can see more upside. So waiting patiently for the movement to come in. Franken broke out nicely yesterday. Our target is 244. It went very close to 244 this morning, but profit taking start comes in again. So we may see some weakness, or slightly loss of strength for this counter. But overall, the counter's trend is still up, and the outlook still remains bullish. So for those who have these positions, congrats. Let's write out the position, because now we can see some selling, but the trading volume isn't that high. So we shall wait further. Moving on, we have ST Engineering and SETS today. So we are looking at ST Engineering potential rebound from its 200-day MA. Then we have SETS. SETS having a hammer at this MA support level. So both needs confirmation today. So let's see what's going on now. We have ST Engineering failing to form a confirmation for this doji, but it's forming another hammer. So let's see whether can it close positive today to give us a nice white hammer. Then SETS Sets we have a 20 DMA support over here, then a white candle confirmation hopefully can form up as we need it to close above 411 today. So watch closely today to see the closing. Above 411, we have a white candle confirmation. Below, we may face a challenging moment. All right, so with this, thank you for viewing this video. All right, I will see you again